Clearly very important development coming over there. A councillor who has supported the Congress party, as Bhavar is telling us, is one of those who has been named in an FIR as far as the Karoli violence is concerned. What is the action that state government is going to take? Certainly, of course, the Gehlot government on test over here. That's the information coming in. Let's take this across to our guests who are joining us. With us is Tuhin Sinha of the BJP, Vinod Bansal of the VHP is with us, Dushan Nagar is a political analyst joining us. Also with us is Tanvi Pruthi, political analyst. I'm going to come across to you first, Tanvi Pruthi. This is indeed going to be a huge test and a challenge for the government, given the fact that this is a person who has supported the Congress in the past and his name has now come up in the FIR as well, a case under section 307 of IPC being registered against this individual who goes by the name of Matlub Ahmed, accused of stone pelting, inciting violence and organizing a mob to attack the rally.
Good evening, Madhav. First of all, when you think Congress Ashok Gehlot has made a statement categorically today that we need to differentiate between the real anti-social elements in our society. So I think that goes without saying. Now, commenting on the entire issue, the politicization of communal violence in Rajasthan is sad but not surprising, because it is the same modus operandi that BJP uses before every election. Mr. Gehlot has arrested the rioters, deployed police officers, and is in person communicating with the police officer, the brave hearts who save lives. And all he has done is urge the Prime Minister Modi to appeal for peace. Is that too much to ask for? I know it is difficult for BJP to condemn the entire attack because it does not fit their diabolical designs.
But it appears to be shifting of onus. Tanvi Pruthi, the BJP is saying that is a shifting of onus. Law and order is under the state government and one-sided action is happening. These are the charges coming in from BJP.
Mr. Gehlot is taking charge of the entire situation. All he has done is कि आइए प्रधानमंत्री जी आप भी आइए मिलकर अपील करते हैं पीस की जो पोलराइजेशन हो रही है जो पूरे देश में जो वारदात दिखने को मिल रही है चाहे कर्नाटका हो यूपी हो जो भी हो आइए पीस की अपील करते हैं क्या ये गलत था मांगना? Can't they just come out and condemn that communal violence is sad and
Okay, let's take that question across to Tuhin Sinha. Tuhin Sinha, all the Chief Minister has done is appeal for peace. What's wrong in that? He is taking responsibility. He is only appealing to the Prime Minister. There is nothing wrong in what he has done, says Tanvi Pruthi. Please respond to her.
Yeah, Madhav, there is a larger point over here. The very astonishing growth of PFI in Congress-ruled states, particularly Rajasthan, is very astonishing, and it cannot happen without the tacit and at times very overt support of Congress towards jihadi forces. Now, 2 days before the incident, the PFI had apparently written a letter warning about the incident, but that was only to deflect, onus from the attack, which in all probability was perpetrated and planned by PFI. But, let us go a little beyond. In the last few months, there are so many instances of Congress coming out and supporting jihadi forces. The Congress own MLA of Congress from Telangana, a man called Rashid Khan, had openly called for the killing of Jitendra Tyagi after he converted. Number two, you remember how Maulana Tawqir was embraced by the Congress in Jharkhand just before the Uttarakhand elections. So these things only send a message to PFI that the PFI will get support in Congress-ruled states, which is what has happened in Rajasthan. And again, what you have just told about the corporator supporting the Congress, being behind being the brainchild behind the attack. All of these point towards Congress complicity.
Let me take that question across to Dushan Nagar. Dushan Nagar, अगर PFI की ग्रोथ इस तरह कांग्रेस शासित प्रदेशों में हो रही है तो PFI की जो चिट्ठी लिखी गई है उसे और गंभीरता से क्यों नहीं लिया गया?
किसी भी प्रकार की सांप्रदायिक हिंसा किसी भी राज्य में हो रही है, कोई भी सरकार वहां पे किसी भी दल की है वो ठीक नहीं। और भारतीय जनता पार्टी को इस प्रकार की घटनाओं को दलीय भाव से ऊपर देखना चाहिए। सिर्फ कोई भाजपा के लिए कहे, कोई कांग्रेस के लिए कहे, वो ठीक नहीं है। अब मैं 10 चीजें गिना सकता हूँ जो भाजपा शासित राज्यों में जो हिंसा हुई है। इसलिए ये राष्ट्र की समस्या है, ये समाज के सामने एक समस्या है, इसे मिलजुल के लड़ना चाहिए, इससे एकजुटता के साथ लड़ना चाहिए। और ये सांप्रदायिकता का जहर जितना घोला जाए उतना कम है। देश के सामने ये चुनौती की तरह है, इससे हम सबको मिलकर लड़ना होगा। उग्रता, धर्मांधता, सांप्रदायिक हिंसा, इसको
लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं सवाल पर सरकार पर सवाल उठेगा दुष्यंत नागर, अगर इस तरह की वार्निंग को भी अगर इग्नोर किया गया है, राज्य सरकार एक्शन ले सकती थी यहाँ पे, लेकिन लेते हुए नहीं दिखी है।
देखिए, जांच चल रही है, अगर कहीं कोई चूक हुई है तो दोषी लोगों के ऊपर कार्रवाई होगी। ऐसा तो है नहीं कि अगर किसी ने, अधिकारी ने या सरकारी कर्मचारी ने कोई लापरवाही बरती है उसके ऊपर कार्रवाई होगी। लेकिन इसको किसी दलीय भाव के अंदर जोड़ना ठीक नहीं है कि कांग्रेस के शासित राज्यों में सांप्रदायिक हिंसा के मामले अधिक हैं, भाजपा में कम हैं। ये भाव ठीक नहीं है। देश को जोड़ने की बात भाजपा को करनी चाहिए। केंद्र में सत्ता में आप 7 साल से हैं, भारत के ज्यादातर राज्यों में आपकी सरकारें हैं। आपको एक बड़ा हृदय दिखा के राष्ट्र को जोड़ने की बात करनी चाहिए, एकता की बात करनी चाहिए, सांप्रदायिक सौहार्द की बात करनी चाहिए।
Okay, this is a big breaking news that we have coming in. In fact, more details emerging on this corporator, on the councillor, I beg your pardon, Matloob Ahmed, who's been identified as the main conspirator. He has, in fact, backed the Congress in the past, and he has been accused of stone pelting, inciting violence, and organizing a mob to attack the rally. The police has mentioned his name in the FIR, and the accused has been booked under IPC Section 307. Let's go across to Pranesh for more on this. Pranesh, take us through the details of this individual, Matloob Ahmed.
Madhav, look at the stunning turn of events. Ashok Gehlot, the Rajasthan Chief Minister, had the goal to shift the onus on centre. He said, while law and order is a state subject, it is the centre that is provoking people and must own up, should take responsibility. But the details that Times Now has now accessed puts the blame entirely on the Congress party. You had the PFI writing to the Chief Minister's office, warning him, telling him that something will happen, that violence will take place. And now, the Congress link coming to fore. Why are we saying the Congress link here? Because a councillor who's backed by the Congress and who had backed the Congress party is now the accused number 1 in the Karoli violence, arson, pelting, rioting, what have you. His name is Matloob Ahmed. He is accused of, and the charges are serious and specific. The charges against this strong-backed Neta is that he was the one who incited pelting, he was the one who mobilized the mob, and he is also responsible for the mayhem that unfolded after the procession was attacked in Karoli. What will Ashok Gehlot and all the other Congress leaders say now? What will the PFI say now? Is this an understanding collusion between the PFI Congress? We don't know, but the police is telling us this. The Rajasthan police has now dropped a bombshell, accused number 1 in the Karoli violence, and just look at the pictures. Total mayhem there on the streets. Curfew has been extended. The police yet to come to terms as far as extent of damage is concerned. So many people have sustained serious injuries as a result of arsoning, pelting and large-scale violence. And accused number 1, according to the Rajasthan police investigation, Madhav. According to Rajasthan police investigation, the accused number 1 is Altoob Ahmed. He's a councillor, but more importantly, someone who backed the Congress party and someone that the Congress party stood with. Which is why we are asking, what will the Gehlot government and Gandhi say now on Karoli?
What will the Congress say indeed? In fact, the leaders of the Congress also have a lot to answer for over here. Pranesh, thanks so much for joining us with that update. Let's get a quick word from Vinod Bansal of the VHP. Vinod Bansal, ये जो न्यूज ब्रेक है कि हम दिखा रहे हैं किस तरह से कांग्रेस के ही बैक्ड एक काउंसलर है मतलूब अहमद, उनके खिलाफ रजिस्टर किया गया है केस. He has been accused of stone pelting, of inciting violence and organizing a mob to attack the rally. So this is a shocking turn of events. Vinod Bansal.
कह रहे हैं कि ये जिहादी अटैक है और ये जो सुनियोजित चाल है बेसिकली. जिस दिन अटैक हुआ था मैंने उसी दिन कनेक्ट किया था. मैं चूंकि उसी क्षेत्र का रहने वाला भी हूँ. वहाँ जो करौली के पास ही कैला देवी का एक बड़ा भव्य मंदिर है जो कि पूरे नॉर्थ इंडिया के लिए एक बड़े आस्था का बड़ा केंद्र है और वो नवरात्रा का पहला दिन था. आप देखिए ऐसे सब अवसर पर जहाँ पुलिस प्रशासन को पता है कि 1000 से ज्यादा लोग उसमें पार्टिसिपेट करने वाले हैं उस रैली में, उसको कोई पुलिस प्रोटेक्शन नहीं था. नहीं मस्जिदों के बाहर जो है वो जो मस्जिदों के ऊपर जो पत्थर रखे गए थे उनको कोई चेक नहीं करी. और जो लोग इसको दंगा कहते हैं, जो लोग इसको हिंसा कहते हैं, मैं उसको करेक्ट करना चाहता हूँ. दिस इज द डायरेक्ट अटैक ऑन हिंदूज बाय द जिहादी फोर्सेज ऑर्गेनाइज इन ऑर्गेनाइज मैनर. आप देखिए कि जो पीएफआई के गुर्गे हैं या जो कांग्रेस के गुंडे हैं उन्होंने मिलकर के हिंदुओं पर अटैक किया. मैं सीधा सीधा कह रहा हूं, बड़ी जिम्मेदारी के साथ कहता हूं, कांग्रेस के जो अशोक गहलोत हैं, मुझे लगता है अशोक गहलोत नहीं है, उनको अशोक भी नहीं बोलना चाहिए। जिस तरह की भाषा का प्रयोग कर रहे हैं, जिस तरह की बिल्कुल मूक दर्शक होकर के उन सारे दंगों में उसको हिंसा को देखा, हिंदुओं को मरने के लिए छोड़ दिया। एक व्यक्ति अभी भी जो है वो जिंदगी और मौत से जयपुर में लड़ रहा है। आप देखिए कि कितनी बड़ी संख्या में हमारे SC/ST समुदाय के ऊपर हमला किया। ये जो हिंदुओं पर सुनियोजित षड्यंत्र, आप देखिए कि ये जो जैसे ही रमजान शुरू होता है, देश के अंदर कितनी जगह घटना घट गई। आप
दुष्यंत नागर जवाब दीजिए। दुष्यंत नागर, एक पीसफुल प्रोसेशन थी हिंदूज की जिसको अटैक किया गया, कह रहे हैं VHP के प्रवक्ता, क्या जवाब देंगे आप इन्हें? और राज्य सरकार पूरी तरह विफल रही, गेम का आरोप है।
से जांच की निष्पक्षता इस बात से साबित होती है, सरकार की निष्पक्षता और कर्तव्य परायणता इस बात से साबित होती है कि कांग्रेस को समर्थन दे रहे व्यक्ति को भी नहीं बख्शा गया है।
कांग्रेस को माफी मांगनी चाहिए इसमें। कांग्रेस को
माफी बहुत सारी चीजों में मांगनी पड़ जाएगी। अगर 7 साल का इतिहास निकालेंगे तो भाजपा के राज्यों में भी बहुत हिंसा हुई है।
जमावड़े को हमने नहीं चेक किया, बोलिए ना। कांग्रेस सरकार को इस बात की जिम्मेदारी लेनी चाहिए और अशोक को तुरंत माफी मांगनी चाहिए हिंदू समाज से। यहाँ गलती की है और एक नहीं अनेक गलतियां की हैं, सिर्फ करौली में नहीं, ब्यावर के अंदर क्या हुआ आप मुझे बताइए। ब्यावर में एक हिंदू की हत्या हो गई, आखिरकार वो उसकी क्या गलती थी? ये कांग्रेस की जिहादी मानसिकता, जिहादियों को प्रोत्साहित करने की मानसिकता और उनके सामने सरेंडर करने की जो स्थिति है, उसके कारण ये स्थितियां पैदा हो रही है।
ओके,
कार्य किया है,
खुद अपने पापों को छुपाने के लिए प्रधानमंत्री को रख रहे हैं।
Let me just come in here.
तो इसके बाद कोई बात कहने की कोई कसर नहीं रह जाती
विनोद
है।
बंसल, दुष्यंत नागर हमारे साथ बने रहिए। Let me quickly bring in Tuhin on this as well. Tuhin Sinha, the question that arises over here is that if there is an individual associated with the Congress party against whom a FIR has been registered, then larger questions is why in fact these warnings were A, ignored, and B, why no action against this individual?
Absolutely, Madhav, and I would like to say this with full responsibility that from the time he, shifted his base to Wayanad, the Congress has been tacitly supporting jihadi and Islamist forces because of the certain demography of that constituency. Rahul Gandhi and the Congress cannot take a stand against these forces. And that is why all their chief ministers and that is why all their leaders have been tacitly supporting these forces, and that is what the crux of the problem is. And I'm glad that a channel like Times Now is taking such a vehement responsibility. If 2 days before the incident, the PFI sends out a letter, the onus has to fall on the Chief Minister's office. There is no reason why they did not heed to it. There were, as it is, enough, information from the IB that the PFI had been going in its footprints in Rajasthan. So the fact that Ashok Gehlot was a sitting duck, was a mute spectator, speaks a lot about what the Congress has been reduced to today.
Well, Tuhin Sinha, I can only say this, that whoever engages in communal violence, whether it is the Congress, whether it is the BJP, whether it is the PFI, it is completely wrong. And I want to, in fact, bring in our other spokesperson who is with us on the show. Tanvi Pruthi is with us. Yes, Tanvi Pruthi, you want to...
An independent principle, Congress is attacking him, Madhav. Come on. You and I know more than that about the politics.
Yes, but he supports the Congress party, ma'am. We are not saying he's a Congress councillor, we are saying he's a Congress-backed councillor.
Every independent who is supporting the government, basically the government is responsible for their actions. The government in that same area where Congress is in power, they are filing FIR
Of course,
against an independent
if they are supporting on the floor of the House, is the opposition accountable then?
Yes. Yes.
Certainly, ma'am, if anybody is an ally of a political party, they will be questioned about their public position on that. That's nothing new.
How is an independent, how the entire government is responsible for one independent councillor's actions? I strongly condemn this. And secondly,
Tanvi Pruthi, if the councillor is backing the Congress party, then will Congress party not take responsibility for his actions? That's a simple question I'm asking you. If an ally of the central government tomorrow does something, will you not question the central government? Or will you stop questioning them completely?
Responsible. How many radical that BJP in so many instances is BJP accountable for what
Let the BJP
happens in
answer that. Let
Northeast?
the BJP answer that. I want the BJP to answer that. Tuhin Sinha, she is comparing this to the Northeast, saying, will the BJP be accountable for the allies in the Northeast? Please respond to that. Please respond to that. You've asked a question. I'm going to allow that. Let Tuhin Sinha respond.
I have already given you direct examples of how the Congress has been shielding these forces. The Telangana MLA, he has directly issued a fatwa against Jitendra Tyagi, the way he converted to Hinduism. Did Congress take any action against sitting MLA from Telangana, Rashid Khan? You can still see the videos. Maulana Tawqif, the moment he made incendiary remarks invoking a Muslim from the path of jihad, the Congress embraced him in Uttarakhand. So I can give you so many examples. Today, it's a question of an independent supporting Congress, but I can give you so many examples of the direct complicity of the Congress party with these jihadis.
Supporting their own arch nemesis. They are going by the words of PFI, who's apparently their arch nemesis. That's how low they've gone on this issue in politicizing this entire communal violence.
Madhav, can I intervene, please?
No, but Tanvir Pradhi, end of the day, the point is there were warnings, there were letters that were written, and if those letters were ignored by the government, then certainly the government has to take accountability. If law and order is a state subject, and here it is shown that there was a warning given to the government that situation could get out of hand, instead of taking adequate action, the government looked the other way. At least that much is evident, madam, and that much the government will have to take responsibility for.
I agree. Law and order situation. This was a law and order failure, and I completely agree with that. But the way BJP is is supporting the PFI and their was in this entire matter is actually shocking.
It's a shifting of ball. Madhav,
No, it's not a question of supporting the PFI. It is a question of a letter being written and the government ignoring it completely, despite it being there in black and white. Perhaps if preventive action was taken, we would not have seen this kind of situation on ground, where innocent people ultimately suffered.
We had similar reports during Delhi riots also. However, the Home Ministry ignored, and later on they said that when such instances happen, the police cannot control when the masses go out of it. Similarly, in this situation, there was police deployment, but sadly, police could not control the entire situation.
Do two wrongs make a right. Do two wrongs make a right. If there were such warnings, even if they were ignored at that time, the principle is that every government should be responsive and do everything in its power to prevent communal clashes from taking place wherever it is in the country, whichever state it may be. We'll have to leave it there for the moment. I'd like to thank all our guests for joining us. We're slipping into a quick break for now.